being trade partners to being development partners, and that is profound. Thank you so much. It is indeed a new era of collaboration and cooperation. Thank you. We're moving on very quickly this morning, and I'd like to make welcome on stage the Deputy Governor of Financial Services at the Central Bank of Nigeria, who is ably represented today by the Director of Banking Supervision at the Central Bank of Nigeria, Dr. Adetono Adedeji. A round of applause for him, please. Thank you.
Good morning, all. Please permit me to stand on the existing protocol. Like moderator mentioned, I'm here to represent my Deputy Governor, DG Financial System Stability, and also, in addition to that, also representing the Deputy Governor, Corporate Services Directorate, Dr. Bola Bello. Based on my status as a representative, I was not asked to come and give a speech, but the organizers have deemed it fit to ask me to give some kind of remarks, and I would not want to say no, because this is First Bank, and if I say no, in a way, I've disrespected my former Oga, who is a president, former director in Central Bank of Nigeria, Mrs. Dr. Maggie. I would not want to say no. So, on this premise, I would just like to say a few words, my remarks. Going through the invite given to me by my principal, I can see that this edition is the first of its kind being held in Nigeria. The two previous gatherings like this were held in China, and this is the first time we are having this kind of gathering in Nigeria. So I say congratulations to First Bank and other stakeholders who has made it possible for this to happen in Nigeria. Yes, going through the theme of this gathering, that is joining hands to advance modernization and strengthening China-Africa trade, industrialization and economic diversification. There is a particular word in this theme that caught my attention when I was going through it. And that made me to conclude that there could be no better time to have this as a theme in this kind of gathering than now. And that is the word economic diversification. The current administration of President Tinubu has been emphasizing on this, how we're going to diversify the economy, and we're going to make our economy a $1 trillion economy by year 2030. And of course, we all agree that this cannot be made possible if we continue to rely on just one sector of the economy. And that's why the theme, economic diversification, is very important. We need to diversify the economy. We need to stop this over-reliance on oil as a natural resource, because Nigeria is blessed with so many natural resources. As an economist, I see myself as an economist before I see myself as an accountant, because that's my first love. As an economist, I know there's something we call Dutch disease. There is a principle in the economy we call Dutch disease. And what is Dutch disease? A Dutch disease principle in economics is a situation where the whole economy concentrates on a particular boom. That if there is a boom in a particular sector, and we all shift attention to that sector to the detriment of other sectors. So the problem we've been having in Nigeria for a very long time since the advent or discovery of oil is Dutch disease. Prior to the discovery of oil, different sectors or regions in Nigeria have their own areas of strength. Agriculture, oil producing communities, cocoa produce. But with the advent of oil, we all jettison this and we focus on the oil sector being because of the boom in that sector. And that is the price we are all paying now. And now we all have to go back to the land. We have to go back to agriculture and how to explore other mineral resources. So at this point, we all have to join hands together to fight the Dutch disease we're experiencing in our country today. And that's why I said there could be no better time to come up with this kind of a team that has embedded in it economic diversification than now. And of course, with what China has been doing in the whole of Africa, and Nigeria in particular, we believe we continue to enjoy this relationship and we can only take it to greater heights. I congratulate the organizer of this program, led by First Bank and other stakeholders. And I believe that our partners from China, we always see, having been here this time around, we always see the reason why the next gathering and even future ones should be held in Nigeria. Nigeria is a very large market. Nigeria is a very welcome. Forget about what you see on social media, all this negative press. Nigeria is a very, very peaceful and very welcoming country. I want to encourage you, as for us in the banking sector, whatever our banks needs our support to make this relationship, partnership work better, I believe the management led by Mr. Olayemi Cardoso will be willing to support our banks to strengthen the partnership between you and Nigerian banks. That one you can be rest assured of. On this note, one more time, I congratulate First Bank and other stakeholders and our partners from China. I wish you the very best. And I believe the partnership will continue to be a very productive one. And I congratulate the DG of Nigeria-China Strategic Initiatives for the good job being done by this organization. And of course, I know better times ahead. Congratulations, and to our partners, I welcome you to Nigeria. Please do enjoy your stay in Nigeria. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Adetono Adedeji. You said you were wearing multiple hats, and indeed you wore them very graciously. Thank you for your kind remarks today. Even though, again, you said you were not prepared to speak, but it was as though you were actually prepared to speak. It just says a lot about the depth of your wisdom. Thank you so much for your kind words today. Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as we move on this morning, it is my pleasure to make welcome on stage the Governor of Kano State, His Excellency Abba Kabir Yusuf, who is ably represented today by the Advisor to the Governor on State Affairs, Mr. Usman Mohammed Bala, MNI. A round of applause for him as he brings the good wishes and remarks of His Excellency the Governor of Kano State.
أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وصلى الله على النبي الكريم. The representative of the Honorable Ministers, the President and the Chairman Board of Directors, African Export-Import Bank, the representative of the Governor of Central Bank, the Managing Director, First Bank of Nigeria PLC, Mr. Olusegun Olebiasu, the Managing Director and Vice President of China Development Bank, Managing Directors of other 15 participating banks, His Excellency the Ambassador of Nigeria to China, also his counterparts, the Ambassador of China to Nigeria, the Country Director, International Monetary Fund, the Managing Director of CCECC, and other enterprises that are here. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to you all. Let me begin by registering the profound apology of His Excellency the Governor of Kano State, Alhaji Abba Kabir Yusuf. He had wished to be personally here to grace this important gathering. But for the sake of intervening state affairs and issues, he is unavoidably absent. But he has directed me to represent him. So I have a full text of his speech, which I'm going to deliver on his behalf. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor to address this historic gathering, the first ever China-Africa Interbank Association Kaiba Forum hosted in Africa. Allow me to commend the First Bank of Nigeria and the China Development Bank for their vision in fostering this bilateral dialogue aimed at strengthening China-Africa collaboration. This forum not only symbolizes a milestone in the deepening ties between our regions, but also reaffirms our shared commitment to economic transformation. It is a record that over the years, the partnership between China and Africa has evolved into a model of mutual benefit. From large-scale infrastructure projects to investment in renewable energy and industrial parks, this partnership has demonstrated its potential to catalyze sustainable growth. Trade between Africa and China reached over $250 billion in 2003, marking a testament to our interdependence and the robust nature of our economic ties. However, as we gather here today, our mission is clear, that is to expand the scope and impact of this partnership through innovative strategies. It is an indisputable fact that trade is the lifeblood of economic growth, and China has long been Africa's largest trading partner. Yet, the potential for trade diversification remains vast. Africa must shift from being an exporter of raw materials to a global hub for value-added goods. By investing in industries like agro-processing, manufacturing, and digital services, we can ensure that our economies are not just integrated, but are also competitive in global markets. Industrialization lies at the core of any sustainable development agenda, with Africa experiencing a demographic dividend with over 60% of the population that is under 25 years of age. The need to create jobs is therefore paramount. China's expertise in industrial technology and Africa's abundant resources can synergize to create industries that are not only labor-intensive, but also innovative. In Kano State, we are leading by example through our Kano Economic City initiative, which integrates industrial clusters with modern infrastructure, enabling businesses to thrive while creating employment opportunities. The global economic landscape is increasingly volatile, underscoring the importance of economic diversification. Africa's over-reliance on commodity export markets make us so vulnerable to market shocks. By partnering with China to develop sectors such as renewable energy, fintech, and tourism, we can build resilient economies that withstand global uncertainties. Kano State focus on green energy projects and agribusiness is a testament to our resolve to diversify our economy for sustainable growth. Financial institutions like those represented here today play a critical role in achieving these goals. Through access to affordable financing, technical expertise, and capacity building, banks can unlock the potential of small and medium-sized enterprises, which are the backbone of Africa's economy. The Kaiba platform is an ideal mechanism to facilitate this by promoting financial inclusion and cross-border investments. As I conclude, I urge all stakeholders present here today to seize the opportunity presented by this forum. Let us envision a future where China and Africa are not just trading partners, but equal collaborators in shaping a global economic order that is rooted in equity and shared prosperity. Let us commit to fostering innovation, embracing technology, and promoting inclusive growth for the benefit of our people. In Kano State, we remain committed to creating an enabling environment for trade and investment. Our doors are open to partnership that prioritize value creation, sustainability, and empowerment of our citizens. Thank you for the privilege of addressing this distinguished audience. Together, let us make history, turning challenges into opportunities and dreams into reality. Thank you for listening, and God bless you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Usman Mohammed Bala, MNI. Please give me a round of applause. That is the advisor to the Kano State Government on State Affairs. Thank you so much for bringing the good wishes of His Excellency, the Governor of Kano State, and thank you for reiterating the commitment of the Kano State Government to create an enabling environment for trade and investment. Thank you. Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, just a quick announcement. If you look beneath your badge, you will see a QR code. You can scan that of your partners or anyone to get their contact details. We don't want you exchanging cards because we are, very techy and innovative here. So just scan the QR code and you'll be able to get the contact details of the person seated next to you, behind you, around you. And so it makes networking really easy. So if you look beneath your badge, you'll see the QR code and you'll be able to exchange contact details during lunch, during networking sessions, or any other session at all that we have for that part of the event. Thank you. Now we're moving on very quickly and we will take another remark. This time around, it is my pleasure to make welcome on stage the Managing Director of CCECC Nigeria, Please make welcome Engineer Guan Shuai. A round of applause for him as he comes off stage. Thank you.
Your Excellency, Mr. Vice President Senator Kashim Shettima, all the representatives from the governors, and the Honorable DG, Global Liaison for the China-Nigeria Strategic Partnership, Mr. Josh Olashunkami Tebe, which is also my good friend, and Mr. Vice President of China Development Bank, Mr. Wang Weidong, and the MD of First Bank, Mr. Olusegun Alebiosun. Distinguished guests, partners, colleagues, and friends, good morning. My name is Guan Shuai, the Managing Director of CCECC. It's my honor to stand here addressing you all today as we gather to discuss China-Africa financial cooperation, the critical role of driving Nigeria's and Africa's economic growth and social transformation. As a company established in Nigeria for more than 43 years, CCECC has been serving Nigeria since the early 1980s. Over the past 43 years, we worked closely with all the partners, make contributions to the society, especially in the fields of infrastructure, from railways to airports, roads to seaports, and buildings to bridges. Our projects play important roles in the development of national economy. In recent years, China and African nations, including Nigeria, have deepened their collaborations in the financial sectors. As we all know, at the FOCAC Beijing summit held 3 months ago, China and Africa decided to establish a new type of strategic partnership. And also China announces to provide 360 billion yuan in financial support to Africa. I think which is also good news to all the partners here today. And of course, these efforts have not only stimulated trade growth, but have also provided essential funding for infrastructure development and the industrializations in African countries. However, we recognize that challenges remain in our financial cooperation. But I believe that all the partners will work more closely together to address these challenges. For example, strengthening policy alignment. Both China and African countries, including Nigeria, should enhance communications and coordinations in funding policies, regulations, and standards, promoting a more open and transparent financial environment. And also, we need to promote financial innovations and deepen cultural exchanges, because financial cooperation is not just about the flow of funds, it's also about the convergence of ideas and cultures. We should strengthen collaborations in financial education and professional talent development to provide a robust talent foundation for China and Africa financial cooperation. And for example, CCECC has supported 119 Nigerian students to study in China, in some universities in China, actually. And most of them get their bachelor and master degrees. And at last, I would like to use this opportunity to thank China Development Bank for the supporting on the project Kaduna-Kano Railway Lines, which is well known as one of the most important projects of the country. And also, the First Bank, I know that we are working on some new cooperations. I believe that the future on the cooperation between all the financial partners will be much brighter. Thank you, and God bless you. Thank you.
very much the Managing Director, CCECC in Nigeria, Engineer Guan Shuai. It's worthy to note that CCECC in Nigeria is almost twice my age. Wow. 43 years in Nigeria. Please give them a round of applause. Thank you. And thank you for the great work that you're doing, sponsoring Nigerians to go study in China. I don't know if you're taking any more applicants this year. You can put me on the list. I'll be glad to go to China and come back, to bring the good news of China to Nigeria. But thank you so much for your remarks this morning. We have a panel conversation, but just before I bring up our moderator who will steer this powerful conversation, we do have a video that will play. I'd like to crave your indulgence, so please focus your attention to the multimedia screen. While we wait for the video to come up, I'd like to thank everyone in the room. Thank you for making time to be here this Wednesday morning. Of course, very soon it will be afternoon. Thank you for being a part of this conversation. It's indeed so timely, and we must join hands together to ensure that we drive economic growth for both regions, and like I said in the morning, by extension, the world. Because when two powerful forces come together and decide to collaborate, we are indeed excited for what it holds for the entire world. And today we will go down in history that we deliberated and of course came to conclusions and submissions that will change the world. We're looking forward to everything that would happen here, particularly the panel conversation. And after that, we have a few more speeches after lunch, and I'm looking forward to all of the conversations as well. Is the video ready? Okay, while we wait for the video, we'll also let the stage get set up quickly, and then I'll bring up the moderator who will come off stage to invite the other distinguished and eminent members of the panel conversation. But once again, thank you so much for being here.
over a century, we've been growing to meet the needs of an ever-changing world, delivering unique solutions to help our customers reach increasingly greater dreams. Innovating to create an exciting new world of convenience and freedom, where what you can achieve is only limited by your imagination. Opening up new, all-inclusive channels for commerce. Empowering a new generation to recreate all their dreams and grow into the giants who they've always meant to be. We're offering to create a future where the possibilities that President Bola looks up to Africa. Let's awaken the giant in you. You first thing. What will banking look like in the future? For over a century, we've been growing to meet the needs of an ever-changing world, delivering unique solutions to help our customers reach increasingly bigger dreams. Innovating to create an exciting new world of convenience and freedom, where what you can achieve is only limited by your imagination. Opening up new, all-inclusive channels for commerce.
Try get the shots from here. I'm not sure if anybody is using the podium for the panel.
I don't know. We don't know, but just in case.
Always meant to be. We're offering to create a future where the possibilities and where the world looks up to Africa. Let's awaken the giant in you. You first thing.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Again, we thank you for your time. We thank you for your patience and for being here today. We're moving on very quickly, and like I said, we will take a panel conversation now. I will bring up our moderator, who will come up stage to introduce the other eminent and distinguished members of the conversation. We're embarking on something insightful and engaging. It features a lineup of exceptional professionals who bring a wealth of experience, expertise, and diverse perspectives to the table. And now it is time to have our moderator up stage. Our moderator is indeed an accomplished and dynamic moderator. He brings extensive experience in corporate banking, strategic partnerships, and sectoral leaderships. He has a strong track record of driving growth across diverse industries, including telecoms, manufacturing, and energy. So he's therefore well suited to guide today's conversation. Please join me as I make welcome the group head at Telecoms and other conglomerates at First Bank of Nigeria, Mr. Osahon Ogiefa. A round of applause for him, please. Thank you. He will be off stage to receive other members of this panel. A round of applause for him as he now makes his way off stage. Thank you. A round of applause for our moderator. Thank you.
We are very happy to have a panel made up of very distinguished personalities. Many of them we know in the circuit as top analysts. The first person we will invite up is Dr. Biodun Adedipe, PhD, FCID, FCIUD, EPROD, FIMC. Let me just stop there. Biodun is either a life member, fellow, or council member of every association he belongs to. He has over 44 years as a postdoctoral researcher, economics, chief strategist in the bank, and he's had experience also with the World Bank. Dr. Biodun, welcome to our panel today. All the way from Ghana is Mr. David Ofosu-Date. David Ofosu-Date is senior partner at AB & David, founder and partner. The law firm has offices in 5 countries and representation in 30 other African countries. He has been a governing council member of the Association of Ghana Industries, and between 2013 and 2014, he was a committee member of the National Competitiveness Council of Nigeria as a non-Nigerian member. So David, our pleasure to have you here with us today. Our third panelist is Ugochukwu Obichukwu. Many of us know him as Ugudre. Ugudre is the founder, CEO of Nairametrics Financial Advocates. Ugo is originally a chartered accountant with significant experience in corporate finance, business development, and in 2023 he was recognized by Ernst & Young as Entrepreneur of the Year in the Emerging Leaders category. Ugo, welcome. Our next two panelists are bankers. Maybe they left the last three chairs for us. Huh? The first banker I will call up here is Mr. Wole Adeniyi. Wole is the CEO of Stanbic IBTC Bank Limited. He has over 30 years banking experience, covering areas like technology, digital transformation, domestic and international banking, program management, and Wole is a fellow of the Institute of Chartered Accountants, a certified information system auditor, and an associate of the Chartered Institute of Taxation. Wole, welcome. And our final panelist is Mr. Sadiq Abu. Sadiq Abu runs ABSA Nigeria, responsible for their corporate and investment banking business. Sadiq's background is in law, so you can imagine that he's done a lot of law-related advisories across the continent. He holds a master's degree also from the University of London, specializing in finance and financial law. So Sadiq, welcome to our panel. So I'll join the panel.